You mute it before it starts.
I know.
Who has the fastest fingers?
And on that note, hi everybody, and welcome.
I didn't do it.
So we're just going to go around and introduce ourselves. So Laura, why don't we start with you? Or is she frozen? Oh, no, there you go.
Hi. I've just been sitting very still. Hi, I'm Laura from Heart. This is my first time here doing the read along, but I'm excited. I'm like, oh my God, I watched all your videos. Here I'm sitting here like, beyond nuggets of wisdom.
Yay! Adorable. What are you going to be reading tonight?
Frozen again.
Yeah.
Nicole, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm actually going to be working on The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. That's not turning out.
Nice. That one's pretty good.
Nice.
Why am I frozen?
You're like coming in and out.
Yeah.
Maybe leave and have her bring you back in. Then.
Weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, internet.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I miss you.
I know a lot of the country is having like bad storms right now. Are any of you guys?
No, ours was last night.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
We're good.
We've been having 78 degrees was the high today. And it like that has never happened in August. It is beautiful.
What?
That's really rude, actually, for you to say
That's
that.
so rude.
I know.
What? No.
Poor Nicole, I think you probably take the cake.
Nicole and I are both probably just like, what's that like now?
What's that like? Because we're sitting at a cool, like, we're averaging like 113 to 117, 118.
No. Today we dropped to 83. Right now, we hit 83. After
it's normally like in the hundreds here too, but not this week. So thank goodness for that.
It could be 4 o'clock in the morning. It would still be 90 degrees here.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Nicole, did I tell you we went to Scottsdale for my dad's birthday last June? And
Yes,
we were like, oh my gosh.
June.
But I love the heat, so whatever.
Not this heat. This heat's something else.
Yeah.
You can't walk in it though. Like here you walk in it. So I say 83, but like you're walking outside into the swamp.
Yes, exactly.
We don't have killer.
It's a dry heat. We don't have humidity except for when it pretends it rains for a little bit. Like we just get like little sprinkles and the humidity could be like 30 degrees, but we just get like it just dries up before it even reaches the ground.
It evaporates.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. All right, Laura's back. Hello.
Hello.
You know what else is a dry heat? Is an oven.
That's true.
There you go.
True.
You want to introduce yourself, Nicole?
Yes, I will. Nicole from Who Picked This Book. And tonight I'm going to be reading In Catalina Cove by Bryson.
I need to read that so bad.
Is banging the plot of that book?
I'm sorry?
Is banging the plot of that book, Nicole?
Yes. Yes, it is. It is the plot. I love this shirt so much. Honestly, like if I could wear it every day, I would. But this is my first Brenda Jackson book, and I'm loving it so far. I mean, I'm only a little bit of the ways in, like 100 and so pages, but it's really good so far.
Awesome. Izzy?
I am finishing up You Had Me at Ola by Alexis Daria. I got an arc of it. And then I told myself I had to read other books. And I was like, I'm done trying to read other books. I'm reading this book I want to read.
Do it.
So I stayed up way late last night. And then I had like 2 hours left this morning, give or take. Because I did the sleepy read. But it's so good. It's so good. I've got like a little under an hour now. And I cannot wait.
And Jen?
I'm Jen from the Book Refuge, and I'm reading Midnight Sun. Let's do it. I'm loving it. 70 pages in. I'm actually loving it. I was messaging Nicole before this, and it's just all the Cullens, and I'm just in just so much Alice and Carlisle, and I'm like, I don't care. They're
Just look at my Twitter thread for my thoughts on that one. I'm having a journey.
I'm logging it. So.
Oh, are you? Nice.
Yeah, I have to. Like,
I mean, I'm listening to it.
So I'm loving it.
I am. You're on page 70.
Yeah, which looks like nothing because this.
So you should be done by the end of this live show, right?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
By midnight, I could.
Yeah. Crazy.
I got my copy today too. I just skimmed through the first 20 pages, but it looks a lot like what I remember from that PDF from years ago.
It is, yeah.
It seemed familiar.
I haven't seen any changes yet, but I'm not to that.
That's what I was curious about. I haven't read it when it was leaked however many years ago. So I'm just like, oh, is it like the same? Did she do any changes? But if you're saying no, then
I think her writing's gotten better. I don't know if I read the leak, but I will say the thing I noticed is the writing feels less I don't know, more matured. She's got a lot more experience under her belt now, of course. So
yeah, it does. I don't know. I'm liking it. I'm having a great time, and I feel like I'll be one of the. I hope there'll be other positive vlogs about it, but I'm determined to be a positive person because I love it.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
But I didn't want to reread the originals because I knew I would hate them.
That was my error, to be honest with you. I should have never went back.
So I'm reading this for 15-year-old Jen, and I'm gonna love it as much as she would have, and then I can close that chapter of my life. But this is an uncompleted chapter for me. So,
well, based on the comments and you guys, I think I'm the only one here who has not read anything of Twilight.
I haven't either.
All right, Chloe, hand high five.
Yeah, I know, right? You can always count on me.
We should start a support group.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's fun though.
How to deal with all these Twihards support.
Those weren't my vampires. My vampires were Anne Rice vampires. That was my generation.
I think I was too old.
You know,
for
real
Twilight.
vampires.
I'm older than you, Chloe. You were too old.
You are, Izzy?
Uh-huh.
When did it come out?
It came out when I was in high school. I was
like 2007-ish.
2005 it came out.
Yeah.
Or no, sophomore in high school.
So was I.
Yeah. So you were too old for it.
No, I wasn't.
We're actually the right age group.
Excuses.
Yeah.
I don't know what my excuse is.
Like I think we're like close in age and or same age-ish.
So is Nicole.
Yeah.
Are we all 89?
I'm 88.
Yeah.
Oh
88.
God.
I'm late.
All right, kids.
Right, kids.
Sorry, Sarah.
God, I was already 10, 11 when you guys were born. Enjoy your 30s, ladies. Chloe, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. I am Chloe. My channel name is Always Booked. And tonight I'm going to be starting The Roommate Problem by Mariah Ankenman? Something. I don't know. It's an arc that comes out next week. And I think I'm going to have Alexa listen or read it to me so I can work on some stuff. And
Nice.
So I'm going to try to get that started.
Nice. And everybody knows me, I'm assuming. And I am going to be reading A Highlander in a Pickup Truck by Laura Trenton. This is the second in the Highland, Georgia series. Super, super cute. I read the first one a few months ago. I just started this earlier today, so I'm actually reading a physical book, which I almost never do, so that's fun. So I am going to set the timer for 40 minutes, and we will check back in a little bit. Enjoy reading, everybody.
All right.
All right, everybody, time's up.
Or just dying laughing.
laughing.
I know.
That's not where I thought you was going.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I just saw that. I'm like, oh my god, that's fantastic.
I looked up and I saw you laughing and I saw Jen laughing and then I looked at the chat and I was just like,
That's yes. I mean,
no, Shay, it's a good question. You're fine. I'm just fussing at
she's
those
like,
two.
No, it's fine. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
she meant like
it's
emotional,
hot
and you're just like, and yeah.
I guess I asked the wrong question.
Uh,
No, it's a perfect
It
question.
was-
It's hilarious.
It's a great question, in all
Stranger
honesty.
vibe. It is. Because guess what? Like, there's a lot of lists on Listopia. Like, there's a list for everything. But sometimes things just like there's lists. You just are like surprised when it's in a book. It's like, oh my god, I'm so happy. Great.
Anyone have anything they want to share before we head out for the night?
My
It's a
book's
great way
great.
to end the live
I
stream.
can't recommend
I think
it
so. I think so.
anymore. There's consent and there's toys
Yes.
and lube.
Yeah.
Yep.
I clapped.
Yes.
I clapped a little when that happened. I was like, oh, we're doing this. This is great.
This is so nice.
I love it.
Just
At
doesn't
one point,
happen.
and Jen was just giggling in the corner.
Oh,
You must have gotten to a good
Oh,
part
yeah, I
in the
love it all.
nighttime.
yeah, I got
Oh,
to the
you know
point
what I was?
where
Yes, I was. I read another 70 pages, so I did pretty good.
Oh, good for you.
This is all the further that I am. I can't. I won't. I'll save it for. I'll just go crazy in Nicole's comment section. And there you go.
yes, do it. I love
I'm
it.
having.
Feel free to blow me up about it. I don't mind. I'm slowly reading it.
Yeah. Okay. I will walk through you after this is over. Because I have things to be excited about. So. But yeah, I love it. The rest of you should answer that question too. What is your favorite things in sex scenes, or
What doesn't get mentioned
what are
enough?
yours? Maybe you're not as dirty as
You
me,
know.
but yeah.
I was trying to think of an answer and then I was just derailed.
I can't imagine why.
I'm just like, that's my answer. Yes.
You like I'm not gonna make that joke. I wanted to make that joke. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Oh, it's so funny.
Men's POV.
I
I
love
agree.
saying men
A lot of people are
POVs.
saying that.
Is there
But I read
something
a lot
that you
of
are tired of seeing?
it.
Well, that's a good question too.
What?
Oh,
Is there
sorry.
something you're
Is there
I
anything
think
that you
what
guys
Laura
are just
said.
tired of
Say?
seeing is over?
Yeah.
Oh,
Overdone.
I don't know. I mean, whenever something's done bad, I'm like, oh, that's a thing. But that can be so many different things that I'm not. There's not a specific thing for me. I don't
was
like
saying
when you pierce
piercing.
black. That's something I hate when it's sexy.
Oh yeah.
You don't
I
like that?
hate
No, I think she likes piercings. I would say I think
she
what's
likes-
overdone
That's
is actually the like
There's a list called Pierce Peppers on Utopia. Right.
I don't like when the virgins like just magically have orgasms. Like it's
Yes.
suddenly just like it just
Yes.
works and they've never
Yeah.
done anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not real.
Yeah.
Let me teach you something. This is all
Let me teach you.
Too much talking.
Yeah.
Too much talking during sex?
That's it. I don't need a full-on conversation.
Yeah.
Generic.
So how was your day?
Yes.
Right.
How's work going?
Y'all.
Although I just read one that I was just reading, like they like get started and then she's like they're like straight up like start arguing and he's like, are we doing this right now? Like, are we arguing right now? And I was like, that's a couple that's been together a while.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels accurate. Yeah.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Yeah, good stuff. Men too.
I feel like every romance book that I read, the sex scenes start with him always giving her orgasms and then they like magically come together like every fucking time. And I'm like,
Yes. Yes.
it doesn't happen every single time perfectly in sync.
But I mean, that's the fantasy part of it that people are writing. Like the women writing the books are like, oh, he's got to be really good at this. And that's always a sign of like a bad previous partner that you like couldn't orgasm all the time. And I'm like, I feel like that's unfair to in that way. Like, that shows you're bad because it didn't happen. It's like good boyfriends can also mess that up sometimes. Like, were you communicating with him? Maybe it was your fault before as well of not telling him.
Yeah.
But that's always the sign of like, she'd never had an orgasm before this guy who did. And I'm like, that's a trope I know about. Like, he's not a virgin, but
The magic penis.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
Thought about that. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't answer.
I know. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Hugs, Chloe. It's okay.
Cheryl always like, I prefer Fade to Black.
I do.
I hate Fade to Black, and I'm like, gosh dang it. I feel like I've been cheated.
I realized that this is my sweet and clean too. I was like, maybe I'll add that to my.
And you know, it's like you invest so much time in like reading a book and their relationship, and then you don't give me the details. I mean, come on.
I thought this was funny.
Well, I can be done right. You know, like the Unhoneymooners did it well, I think.
Yes.
You gotta have enough build up or tension. But if there's not enough of that and it's just Fade to Black, I don't believe it.
Yeah. Well, that I actually just finished before I was reading this. I read Ruthless by Anne Stewart. Someone told me to read, and that one was like, it was a 400-page book, 320 pages before there was a sex scene. But everything else that was happening was so good that when it happened, I was like, oh my God, I'm 70% in and they just had sex. But I believed it because how much that was going back and forth. Like, she was not going to have sex with this guy before then. But then that was the only sex scene and I was sad because I was like, then it's like built up to this and then there was other plot going on. I was like, what? And now it's over. And there wasn't even epilogue sex. Like, I like that then. Like, you got to give me one more.
Just one more. Just one more for the road. I mean, come on.
I didn't have to build up to that long. I was fine. But then it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but they were so great.
One
like,
on the way out the door.
Yeah.
I like Tasha's comment where she's like, the guy part isn't like massive. Like, every guy in every romance has to have like this massive package. Like,
that doesn't always make it better. That can make it not great.
And, she's always so concerned how they're going to fit together.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
But it does always get me still. So I shouldn't complain. But I mean, the older I get, the more I realize I'm like, does anybody have normal dicks? I watch. There's this.
They're always
this doctor I follow on TikTok who actually tells like what the normal size of things are. She's like, if the guy takes his pants off, and that's how big it is. You run away.
You run and don't look back.
I'm just thinking, like, I'm imagining a room, and like, you're like, nope, bye.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah.
So
one thing that cracks me
also-
up is when the guy has had a lot of sex before, but then as soon as he meets the heroine, it's like that's the only vagina he wants ever again. And I'm like, this person, especially if she's a virgin, it's like, why was that one encounter curing
Well, you
you
got
of
the
every other
magical
woman
penis,
ever?
and then you also have the magical vagina. So
that is the like.
Right.
I mean, that is the trope of romance. So like that one's not going away.
Mm-hmm.
Of like the.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's that.
I know.
Rule,
I
like
just
one heroine like meet each other, he can't sleep with anyone else,
Mm-hmm.
or unless there's certain cases. Like that's one of the rules of like romance. and now because I've been that it does happen, I'm very aware of it. Of like, ooh, this author's being brave, like because that happened in the book I read too. He like did it with someone else, and I was like, what? You can't do it.
not okay. You can't do that.
But what was the other? Oh, Tasha said something. I was going to say about the person who has an average or a small one. Like that question was asked on Fated Mate, and they couldn't think of a single one where they weren't. And I was like, I feel like if it doesn't get brought up, then you assume they were normal. It's always gets brought up.
Yeah.
That's the assumption I make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. It's hot to me. It's hot to me when I'm reading it. So I'm yeah. Good stuff.
Very good. All right, everybody. Should we say goodnight?
Yep.
Ending on a fun note?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if we're not talking about, penis, vagina, and squirting, I mean, did we really have a live show? Really?
Right.
Hey, gang. I mean, we got it all covered.
We checked all the boxes for tonight.
Yeah, I got my list over here. Yep, all right.
Great, yeah.
Making
Thank you
Chloe
so much,
uncomfortable,
everybody.
yes.
But did we turn her 6 shades of red? She's still pretty,
Woo!
Yep, just a little bit.
By now. Chloe, you have a friend on YouTube. You're stuck with us now.
Yeah, exactly. We're sorry. Not sorry.
I just smile.
Just smile and wave.
Yep.
The next time we do the light versus dark, you'll be so like ready for it.
Yep. You're right. Getting it under control.
Oh, that's
true.
Yeah.
No awkward giggling.
Yeah. She'll be wearing a face mask for the next one.
There you go.
Right, you should.
It's like you gotta stay safe.
That we will never know.
That's right. Protection is key.
Are you going to do like some of those videos I've seen where they prop a picture up and it's just them? Like very thoughtfully in the Zoom call.
Oh, Rainey is in the chat with me though.
I know.
I love it.
Yes, we have the carrot emoji.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, fantastic.
All right, ladies. Everyone have a great night. And talk to you later, ladies and gents. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Sarah.
Night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.